I'm about to control everything about the room. Got my partner in his bag. Even New Jersey twerk bouncing to. This how we do.
Oh, raises. Them the 12 gauges. Them the shell cases.
Use them. You so embarrassed to have her as your bitch. You don't even bring her to events no more. Use them and don't give me none of these kids.
It is marble on every floor and elevators in this building now. If URL was really a house or something, the screaming that slide is the reason the power running. Now the boss gotta ask his boss that. Bet y'all guns can't even be loud no more. They got a golf clap. Congrats. They did it, guys. Got a whole culture gentrified.
Welcome back to another installment of Battle Rap Haymakers and their backstories. Let's get right into it. First up, we got Loaded Hollows versus Guns and Cake. Now, after the success of K-Shine and DNA as a tag team in NWX through Battle Rap, and URL's success in its Double Impact series with them versus Gun titles, by the time the second one came around, and we hit Summer Madness Double Impact, it was only right that Surf and Roc would find themselves in the main event. Now, we just needed an opponent, but the issue was that the electrifying performance of Gun titles in their last battle, which was their first one together, it set the bar high, making it difficult finding another team with just as much star power. Introducing Loaded Hollows, the tag team of Loaded Lux and Hollow the Don. A collaboration so insane because individually, they were already viewed as two GOATs on Mount Rushmore, and we can't forget that their one-on-one match is still labeled as one of the greatest battles to this day. But nobody saw this coming because after their battle, they initially went their separate ways. It wasn't until the filming of the movie Body, which was battle rap focused and included many legendary people. Lux and Hollow were also on the set of the movie, and this is where their relationship would begin.
Adam, right? You've been soft half your life. I should grab your mics and jack son. It don't matter if you're black or white.
No, white now, I'm black and like, I'm a stud with this fake G-Easy. I'm greasy as mama's fried.
Dollar fried.
Been picking out in these battles, huh?
But they ain't get the scoop we cold.
Anybody hogging dollars. What y'all? The new M and Dre? Fake renegade, and you been afraid. Center stage, and I slay. It's beyond saying you lemonade. You gonna get this work. You definitely gonna get this work.
The two played as 40 Mags and Blunts, who were best friends in the movie. I guess that set the stage for the possibility because later on, Beasley called Lux, who called Hollow, to discuss the idea of them working together for real against Gun titles. They both agreed and went to work. As the announcement was given, the battle rap community was preparing for possibly the greatest 2-on-2 battle we've ever seen. Everything was there. The star power, the skill set, the storyline. But with a week and a half before the battle was set to take place, Sue Surf was unfortunately arrested and wasn't able to attend. But before thinking that this was the end of the battle altogether, a substitute was called in. Not just anybody, just like we needed a certain energy to set the tone like a created player at Summer Madness 11, and that was Chess. And even with the loss of Surf, the addition of Chess meant that energy didn't dip. And with only a week and a half to prepare, these four don't get the credit for the performance and the moments they gave us that night.
You preaching ass, you leaning ass. Hollow always find his way back to the activist. This cat up. Think about it. Yeah. Listen. For them slick remarks, I lift and spark. Talk, he saw a Van Gogh. With this ARTs get painted. This is art. If smart. Y'all forgot who I am? Like, that's a case for beloved. I'll wave it in public. Oh, raises. Them the 12 gauges. Them the shell cases. It's lit. We like that. I don't like that. This hit wasn't even for you, lil'.
Really wasn't.
But now the brother gonna catch it on showing them.
So let me get this straight. Lil Bro and them went and got
Lil Bro and them. Okay. Yeah. That's what they did? Yeah.
Well, it do make sense. Rock requesting the youth. I reckon who wouldn't with death in they view shoe.
I heard they treasure chest.
Well, we gonna bury him too.
Look, I'm here to heart check Rock.
Oh, like a cardiologist?
Nah, I'm talking really checking this.
That's a gynecologist. But I done got more civil right in these non-violent scripts. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait.
I'm not gonna lie. This is what's happening. I'm growing. I'm elevating.
Wait.
He did that. Handgun with my Prince when Carlton Banks was still at Princeton. When the Gumball King was still at Princeton. Now you fenced in. Pipe bomb me. Not like where the sink went. Hole in the desert like quicksand. Now let that sink in.
The energy was felt in the building, and of course Rock, Lux, and Hollow showed their legend status. But no one can say that Chess didn't do the same. Salute to all of them. Next up, we got Geechi Gotti versus Mike P. Now, Mike P was a battle rapper who started making waves in one of his biggest moments in his run being his Mortal Kombat scheme and his battle versus Daylight. Since then, he's had eyes on him to really cement his name as a name to watch in this business. He was also a consistent streamer on Caffeine at the time, which was the company that URL had to deal with. So overall, he seemed to be handling business. And also to include in that is that Mike also got into a relationship around this time. And usually that wouldn't be a point needed for a video like this, but it is relevant because it was rumored that Mike P's girlfriend might have cheated on him with another battle rapper named Ryda, which he exposed in a battle.
I was preparing for Mike. His whole catalog was under review. The more I watched him versus Danny Myers, I realized I had nothing to prove. You like to hold people accountable for their actions? Well, karma comes to a few. I was f***ing your boo. It's only gonna hurt because you in love with her too. You used that round so dangerously. Shot at Danny's wife so aimlessly. Do you believe in a parallel universe? Because it's plain to see. You moved from the east down south just to be with her? Ironic, because she came up to the east and did the same for me. Pimp facts. If your bitch name in my contact, we've been in contact. It ain't no need to slow it down, no rewind that. You think this angle fake? You gonna find out it's real in this very moment. I'm talking C-section scar. Tag with the cherry on. I'm improving, you was snoozing. I picked who you was choosing. You moved in, or throw good, right? I know, I used it. True bull. This where you get an exclusive. Never gave me no blue balls. No, I do get.
And when it comes to rumors or embarrassing moments that are battle rap related, the one person you don't want to stand in front of in the middle of it all is Geechi Gotti. Now, Geechi is famous for being the one to say what everybody else is thinking, but too afraid to say. And the way that he angles his personals, you can see he has very little remorse while battling. So this occasion was no different. With this battle happening on URL's band event in 2022, it might have been the body bag of the year, if I'm not mistaken. With both only one round, that was all Geechi needed to completely snap and make Mike P look crazy. What's even worse is Geechi went first, so by the time his round was done, there was an awkward feeling in the air during Mike's round. And it wasn't like Mike had a bad written round, but it was the people in the building who already decided the match was already over.
Here's the thing with Geechi Gotti. I don't have a problem with Geechi Gotti. Okay. It's not Geechi Gotti's fault why he's at where he's at. It's not his fault why there's an aura about him that people like, why there's an image about him that people like. It's not his fault. You're not about to sit here and tell me that skill got him directly to the top. He's just sitting in a chair that has been reserved for me. And at some point, you're gonna have to get up off that chair. Well, you're gonna have to get off the chair. You're gonna have to share it with me, or get up, or fight me for it.
Ain't even close. And then I wipe the floor with somebody like Mike P. You know what I'm saying? God. Like that rappity rap stuff, I get him out of there, all that. I don't even know what he do. He needs to be battling somebody else though. Like I ain't the one to come for because I'm gonna make him look crazy up there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gotcha. Gotcha.
When she asked you to be less demanding, you tried. But the moment you put a ring on that hand that she was gripping on that battle rap with, the man in you died. about it. Use a you play Call of Duty, but you ain't never been in the wars. Use a you so embarrassed to have her as your you don't even bring it to events no more.
Now, we're not saying this battle halted Mike P's career, but he did go on a temporary hiatus until a year later on The Trenches. Next is Murder Mook versus Tay Roc. Now, this battle is a special exception to the Haymaker rule, because although this wasn't in front of the crowd, the battle had definite haymakers throughout, and it was a grudge match that we haven't seen in a long time. Now, this backstory is pretty deep, so briefly, on November 28, 2020, URL posted Murderland, which was a team of Mook and Calico, battling Dark Life, which was the team of Briz Rothstein and T-Top.
Took spots and hit every coast and touched different continents. But accomplishments? We ain't got time to list. First off, you and your mama. I'll rock you cock it quick. Off the rip. Look at T-Top, Mr. Struggle Rap. Yeah. That soul is mother crack. Yeah. And y'all with that. Yeah. I just buried my mother. I'll kill it to sell it to his mother to get my mother back. And my mother. We can't that. If you ain't got no blues, what you come up a stack? But leave it up to him, top hustling. The pot bubbling. He block hugging it, yo.
Briz ended up bumping Mook and was caught walking through him and Calico during their rounds, causing Mook to swing. The altercation caused the battle to be postponed, and the tension between both parties continued in the future. The reason this took a new level was the disrespect that was said towards Mook's mother, who had recently passed, and Mook was of course having a hard time coping with this. And you can tell when Mook went to take a seat and Cal went to speak with him that he was trying to calm himself down. What's also interesting is prior to the battle, Mook and Briz didn't really have any negative energy towards each other, so the mother comment was a little bit out of left field to a fan. Mook wouldn't forget that, and after things were taken too far, where Mook didn't feel like it needed to, it was only right a Mook versus Briz battle was next up, but it didn't necessarily happen that way. Well, according to Mook later on, one of the people he was referring to who was championing that line was Tay Roc.
It took a lot for me, like a whole entire lot for me to not react to that at that point, you know, and then they brought it back, you know, said it again, and then, you know, I see people on his side, like, you know, like say that again and bring it back, like cheering for that line, like.
And you can bet Mook kept that in the back of his mind. This is also important to note because Roc is a former Dot Mob member. Ever since he left, him and Rex had a fallout at the time, and him and Mook's relationship wasn't as good to begin with, according to them. Roc also left and created his own Cave Gang crew, which included artists like Briz, Av, and Chef Trez. This could have added to the tension with Briz and Mook in that battle, with Roc yelling in the background. But according to both Roc and Briz, they never knew that Mook's mother passed until the battle when Mook said it in the bar. The community was also getting on Roc for allegedly moving out of the way once the scuffle started, despite being in a group with Briz, so people assumed he should have backed him a little better than he did. Now, originally, a trailer of Mook versus Briz did drop, but later on, something occurred behind the scenes that caused Tay Roc to substitute for Briz. And according to Briz, he said the URL knew he wasn't doing the battle before they dropped the trailer. Others speculate that it was a money issue, and some were even to say that Briz was scared to battle Mook. But now with Roc as their replacement, this battle was still hyped just as much because, like I mentioned, Roc and Mook had their own backstory already. So now with this altercation included, Mook was locked in, but so was Roc. And in the eyes of battle rap, this was a blockbuster match, possibly bigger than the Briz and Mook battle initially. This turned into the face of Smack versus the face of the URL. Two legends going head to head in the house they both helped build. Some said Roc would win, saying his run was too powerful for Mook. and he couldn't stop it. That his style of writing was going to be too much for Mook to handle, claiming he was outdated and didn't battle enough. Others had Mook winning, saying there was no such thing as being outdated because he was the blueprint others followed, and the lack of battles wouldn't mean a thing. Mook would also say that it would be the greatest Mook we've seen from him. And like we mentioned, it was in a small room versus a big stage, and there was so much tension before the battle with each other's entourage that Smack made everybody leave the room, let only those two have it, and the crowd was there to watch from behind the scenes in a separate area. Even with everybody out of the room, both Mook and Roc delivered a performance that caused reactions from the crowd you could still hear through the battle. But it was Mook who took the show over, and he might have been right, saying this is the best Mook we've seen in a while.
You laid the foundation down, but we built where the f we at. Don't give a f what you did in the past. You just coming back. Imagine somebody showing you where you used to do construction at. Like, you see this 100-story skyscraper? I put cement under that. I know you ain't been around, it's been a while. It is marble on every floor and elevators in this building now. If URL was really a house or something, screaming that's light is the reason the power running. Loyal to this league, I'm grateful. I ain't mad when I'm paid. I've been ignoring all the questions that they have for the cave. I'm about to have an outrage. This is actually my stage. All the classics I made, all the passion I gave. K-Shine will f you up, but first you all mine. Cause Smack will look like Puffy if he even attempt murder on Shine, and not the one you should really get off. I'll get murder set up in this small room. Jigsaw, Christian, Louboutin with the spikes. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
How you let these up my house this much when I was gone, Smack?
When I left, this shit was raw. Pissy halls, crack on the floor, nobody door latch. I come back, it's Mr. Bentley, holding doors, wearing suit jackets and wearing colored contacts for these white telling y'all how to act more black. Now the boss gotta ask his boss that. Bet y'all guns can't even be loud no more. They got a golf clap. They did it, guys. Got a whole culture gentrified. Killing with your own. That's genocide. You and your mom's a. Oh, that probably don't register, right? That's because in the physical, your moms exist. But say it again. It was mainly him egging that shit on with Briz. In hindsight, those sentiments was more yours than his. Losing any family member hurt, that's common sense. But losing your mother, that's hard as hard could get. Bitch, wait a minute, my mother talking, shh. She told me to tell you next time, be careful with the forces you talk against. You ain't noticed it's all been downhill for you since. Being exposed for this fraud you is. She said to tell you that's karma. That's what you could call a bitch. You done sold your soul to so-and-so. Sold your soul to this platform, now you stuck, can't go unless you going broke. Hope you know you're hoeing, ho. Cause I down the stream, selling out row and row. That's currency overflow. I got paid for 3 battles. You ain't heard 1 round yet. I'm getting money to rehearse now. That's what you call a sound check. Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now?
Roc defended his spot the way he knows how. And against anyone else, he would have walked out of that battle with the W. But Mook put on a masterclass in writing, angles, and performance. And that was easily one of his best, along with an overall best replay value battle we've seen. Big salute to both of these legends. They both deserve that Rushmore spot. And with that comes the end of another Haymaker video. I appreciate y'all for watching, subscribing, liking, and commenting. Have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all soon.